I'm excited to collaborate with everybody. I'm excited to learn with everybody. I'm excited to learn with all the cool professionals and see their lifestyle and kind of a little bit, a glimpse into how they work and how they operate and see that leadership at work.
This event is put on for the educators. We appreciate what the educators do for the North Dakota Army National Guard, allowing the recruiters access into their schools to talk to their students, give them the option of the choice ready, the military part. And I think it's very valuable that we educate not only the students, but also the educators of those students.
You know, I think the biggest thing is bringing educators out here, showing them what we have to offer so that they can tell their students what they saw and the opportunities that we have to help them grow professionally and assist them in whether it's going to college or straight to the workforce.
You know, I think one of the things that we try to do in education now is have students graduate with soft skills. And I think military, you gain a lot of those things: responsibility, respect, perseverance, leadership. And so those are all collaboration, teamwork. Those are all things that we try to instill in our kids so that when they graduate minors, they're ready to do whatever that is. And military has a lot of those soft skill aspects that kids can gain from.
I think one of the biggest things that we support students with is our ability to develop the soft skills. They go to school, they go to maybe a tech trade, they learn a skill, they learn how to be a teacher, a mechanic, but what they maybe lack in some of those universities is the structure. We provide the discipline, the mental resilience when they're going through life, because life's hard. And we want to prepare them for all those soft skills that employers are going to be looking for once they get out into the workforce.
I think there's many different types of service. You can give yourself physically and be willing to sacrifice yourself for your job and for others. And I think as a teacher, you're able to give back to students with your knowledge and your talents and your time. And I think that's important as teachers to realize, but also to find a balance. So, I mean, I love teaching and I love learning with students. And so I think that's just every day you go to work and it's a gift to give that learning to other students, a gift to give them that passion and inspiration for learning so they can go on and be wonderful students in society.
We try to get kids in the pathways that they want at an early age, so even starting career exploring when they're in elementary. But when our kids get into middle school and even high school, the number of opportunities that our kids have, whether it be through the CRACTC, Center for Distance Ed, Great Western Network, even the classes now that you can take through Center for Distance Ed for military. I think we try to get kids on pathways early so that they can understand exactly the path they're on and if it's for them, so they have a better understanding what they want to do with their life. We had a student actually this year, a senior, who really struggled all the way through school. And once he talked to the recruiter, he was sold on what he needed to do. And to tell you the truth, I think it's probably going to save his life. We see that from time and time again where kids have some issues, find the military as a spot for them to gain a family that they can trust and really grow in and find success. And it was the case for this kid.
So I enlisted my junior year of high school the day after my 17th birthday. I knew I wanted to join pretty much my whole life, so probably a couple months prior to turning 17, I reached out to a recruiter and I made my dream happen. One of my teachers, Lieutenant Colonel Kaufman, he's actually in the Guard, so he was very supportive and actually had me announced to the class the day after I enlisted and told him what it was all about and my story.
One of the biggest similarities I see with teaching and the military service is the education of our youth. When we get young adults to come into our organization, we provide leadership and mentorship. And one of the best quotes I know is from Teddy Roosevelt: "Nobody cares how much a leader knows until they know how much a leader cares." And we truly provide services for the student. We truly want to have their military experience relate to them and show them the correct path that fits their needs. I think the military provides resilience. It provides a sense of leadership, a sense of ownership. And I think more than just the military part, people say military, they think of combat, and it's much more than that. We're developing leaders within our communities that can go out and do great things and be products of society.